I'm a bit apprehensive about my microphone, so if it does do something weird, just unmute yourself and let me know. I think we'll be all right. All right, let's get started, as we always do, in seated. And you guys, I don't mind how you sit, but sit either with the support of the wall or on the block, just to allow the spine an opportunity to relax, like it's not so upright. And then let your eyes close down. When your eyes close, we move immediately from the external to the internal. Maybe do that a few times, maybe open the eyes, notice your external world, and then close and notice your internal world. And see how your awareness changes and shifts. Until eventually you're completely internally focused. We've got an hour to not concern ourselves with anything external. And see if you can sense like the four walls in the room that you're practicing is like a container that holds us internally. So anything beyond those four walls, not important right now. What is one thing that is requiring you to let go? What is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear that question? It might be that it's a physical sensation, it may be a belief, it may be a circumstance or situation in your life, maybe a person. One thing that is ripe for the release. And then use your breath to figure out where in your body this thing, whatever it is, lives. So when you feel into the something that is ready to be released, where do you store that in your body? When you know where you store that thing, put one or both your hands on that spot. we'll use Brahmari to start to dislodge this thing that's ready to be released. So remember with Brahmari breath, that the lower down in your body we go, the lower the tone. So if your spot is down in the pelvis, it's a very low tone. And if it's at the crown of your head, it's very high pitched. So one or both your hands on your area. We'll take a breath in together through the nose. Exhale together out through the mouth. Five Brahmari breaths into that spot. Inhale. Birds on your exhale. Once you've completed your 5 Brahmari breaths, focus your mind's eye into the area that you're working with. And even if you can't feel your breath go there, see it with your mind's eye. See your breath reach into that place. So remember, the breath is the vessel that carries prana. And prana is intelligent enough to know what it needs to take away and what it needs to leave in the body. So our only job today is to keep continuously breathing into the spot that we're working with and let the rest happen. There's nothing else we need to do. Open your eyes, come off your block. Set up for a twist. So you're either in a seated, cross-legged, left leg in front of the right, or if you're a little bit more open, half lotus. So the left foot is on top of the right thigh. If you're working with a half lotus, take the left hand behind and grab the top of the left foot. And if you're working with the cross leg, there's the left hand on the floor. Okay, inhale the right arm straight up. Twist as you exhale, so the right hand's outside the left thigh. And then don't go so deep so soon, like feel into this first. So sit back onto your sit bones. Feel the pelvis pulled down. And then get a sense of the spine lengthening skyward. So the crown of the head up, the ribs pull in, the toes spread. And then as you breathe out, start to maneuver the twist in a way that helps to reach into your spot. So if you're someone today that's working with a spot more around the chest and the heart region, it might be that you focus the twist occurring there. if your spot is a little bit lower down in the area, maybe you focus from twisting at the navel. But what I want to encourage for you guys today is a real sense of making these pauses work for your spot. So rather than getting caught on the alignment and where things need to be, just make it really, really personal. The breath works like a massage. It's every inhale, there's a little bit more space. And then every exhale, there's a little bit more twist. Bring yourself back through the midline on the breath in. Change the cross of your legs on the breath out. Inhale, the left arm reaches skyward. And exhale to twist. So again, maybe this time the eyes are closed down, so we go back into the area that we're focused on. And just keep it super simple. We're just using the breath to lengthen the spine. And then the exhale to deepen the twist, and constant focus on that area that is personal to us, like where our next layer of let go lives. And it might be that you don't logically know what needs to let go next, but you do have a felt sense in your body. And that's enough, that's plenty. Bring yourself back through the midline as you breathe in. And then lay down onto your back as you breathe out. Before we move into actual abs, just want to do a little warm up for the abdominals. So you'll wrap your hands around your knees. So you can either interlace your fingers or you can just have your hands holding your knees. And as you breathe in, you push your knees away from your chest and lift your head up. So you're starting to bring a little bit of awareness into the lower belly. Keep pressing the knees away, keep lifting the head up. Take another breath. And then lower down as you exhale, but keep the hands around the knees. So you might just do a little rock from side to side, massaging out the lower back. Bring a bit of warmth into the kidneys. And then again, as you inhale, start to press the knees away, and the head actually naturally comes up. So you're just wanting to start to feel the lower belly muscles turn on. The knees press away, the head lifts a little more. The breath stays super chill. And not breathing like a Trojan, just gentle breath in, gentle breath out. And then release again. Little rock from side to side. And massaging out the lower back, particularly where the kidneys live. Just moving the energy from the kidneys through the back of the legs. And then place your hands on your thighs. So same thing, we just do a little bit of press and release. As you inhale, press the hands and the thighs together, lift the head up. So you're resisting hands and thighs together.
That just creates a little bit of heat in the lower belly. So we're not going into abs completely cold. Take another inhale. And then release as you exhale again, little rock from side to side. You start to feel something stirring in the lower belly. Here, one more, hands on the thighs. Press the hands and thighs together. Take an inhale. And then the head lifts up again as you exhale. You keep pressing hands and thighs together. Lifting the head, hands and thighs press, lower belly draws in. And then release. Knees into the chest, little rock. Feeling where the back of the head rests on the mat and the spine imprints. And see if you can let the internal organs drop towards the back of the body. And then up to you how you do elbow to knee, depending on where you're at. But try and make this again about targeting the area where you're working. So say, for example, your spot is more chest related. You want to focus on lifting your head and shoulders more. So use the wrap of the shoulders to send the elbows up. And if it's more lower belly, then obviously focusing a little bit more on the extension of the leg and where you position the leg in space. So all those things to think about. Fingers interlaced at the base of the skull, point your elbows up, work with feet up or down, just get to the area that you need in the most effective way possible. Okay, inhale, lift the head and shoulders up. Hold the breath, press the lower back into the mat. As you exhale, take the elbows to the left knee, extend the right leg forward, reach through the muscles rather than the joints, and pull the belly in. Inhale back to the midline with your awareness in your area. Hold the breath, press low back down again. As you exhale, extend to the right side, left leg extends forward. If you're reaching the leg, feel for softness at the knee joint and more activation through the thigh and the calf. Pull belly down. Inhale back to center. Head stays up as you hold the breath. Press the low back into the mat. Exhale, elbows to the left. Extend the right leg forward. Spread out through the toes as the belly pulls in. Inhale back to center. Head stays up. Hold the breath. Press low back in. If you need to, lift the shoulders more. Exhale, elbows to the right. Extend the left leg forward. Reach and pull belly in. Inhale back to center. Do 3 more like that on each side. Ideally with your eyes closed, so you're really connecting to the energy in your area. Breathe in a way that helps you soften the spot. So you don't want to create more hardness in that place. And feel as though you're using the breath like you would use water. It's like this liquid form that helps to soften the edges of your spot. There's no rush to finish, but when you have finished, head down, feet down, the knees stay bent. Put your hand back on your spot and take 3 deep breaths into that place. They can be Brahmari breaths or just natural breaths, your choice. And see while you're breathing into that place, if you can feel for the emotional signature, like what's the overriding emotion? Take your arms out to shoulder height with the palms up or downward facing, whatever works in your shoulders. Make sure the chin is tucked so the back of the neck is long. Take an inhale, knees are up, and as you exhale, take them halfway over to the left. Try and keep the right shoulder pressing into the mat. We come back through the center on the inhale. Knees go over to the right with the left shoulder pressing down on exhale. Inhale back through the midline. To the left as you exhale, maybe the gaze turns to the right. Keep both shoulders pressing. Inhale back through the midline. Knees to the right, gaze to the left. Keep going again, just a few more rounds, but feel this sense of massage in your area. So you're actually nurturing this place and giving it an environment where it wants to let go. So if we make this really hard and really tense and really tough, we're actually creating an environment that holds on. So invite fluidity into the movements, it's less rigid. Next time you go to the left, go all the way over, let your knees rest on the floor. Place your left hand on your right thigh, and with the right arm, I'm just going to do a few little circles through the shoulder joint. So the right arm comes around across the body and up over the head in a full big circle. So again, it comes across, around, up and over. You just want to feel like you're lubricating the shoulder joint. So any area of tension, stickiness, stagnant energy at the back particularly. If you get an area that feels particularly interesting, you can always stay there for a breath or two. And then release, come back through the midline and go straight to the other side. So knees over to the right. Right hand rests on the outside of the left thigh, and we start to circle the left arm again. Think about this movement being a lubrication for the whole of the shoulder joint. And also we're working like lung and large intestine meridians, but we're particularly lung. That upper left side of the chest there, pec minor. Feel your breath kind of travel through those lines of the arms. And then inhale back through the midline. Now we're coming into frog lifting through, so you can do this on the wall with your feet supported if that's better for you to get into your area. I find, particularly if it's a lower pelvic area, but also for the shoulders, it's quite helpful. Otherwise, feet up, knees bent, you don't need a wall, don't use one, that's fine. Fingers interlaced at the base of the skull and the elbows point up. So whether your feet are on the wall or not, remember that your lower back is pressing into the mat firmly. And then as you inhale, lift the head and shoulders up. Make sure the toes are spread, and as you exhale, curl the pubic bone up towards the navel. So it's just a tiny tilt of the pelvis. It's not a huge deal. Send the thigh bones forward though and create space at the hip joint, and then pull the belly down. Relax the whole of your pelvis. Take an inhale into your area. As you exhale, curl the pubic bone up. If you need to, send the elbows skyward and then pull the belly down. Inhale into your spot. Relax the pelvis completely. As you exhale, curl pubic bones, send thigh bones forward, reach elbows up, pull belly down. Do 3 more again, if you can, with your eyes closed. It's that extra withdrawal of the senses. And really giving your area truthfully what it needs. So if your area feels hard to reach, making this harder is not the way. Soften the pause. Soften the breath and allow the energy to move there. There's no rush to finish, but when you have done, help your legs together with your hands. Maybe draw the knees into the chest, hit a little rock from side to side. And then come on over onto your hands and knees. We'll set up for dolphin prelude before dolphin. You can have your elbows on blocks here or not. I'm just going to try and move my mic so that the sound is okay. But you've got your elbows forward. It's a little bit like an Anahata asana, except the elbows are bent and the thumbs come towards the midline of the spine. So the area that I want you guys to start to feel is this side rib cage here. The hips are over the knees. The chest moves down. And then walk the elbows as far forward as possible to get the length through the side ribs. And like I said, if you want to pop your elbows up on blocks, you may. 5 Brahmari breaths into your area in this spot. So if the elbows bent is too much, you can always take the arms straight forward. So you're actually in Anahatasana. And then notice how you're doing your Brahmari. Like, is it aggressively? In a way that might close down your spot? Or is it just enough to give your spot the environment it needs to unwind? Once you've done your 5 breaths here, your 5 Brahmari breaths, release and set up for dolphin, hands clasped. So you measure the upper arm bones, the fingers interlace and the palms pressed together. The back of the head releases. You take an inhale, and then as you exhale, the knees lift. And I would suggest, actually, keep the knees quite bent to begin with. So with the knees bent, you can feel like there's a sense of lifting up through the spine. So the sit bones reach skyward. And then use your breath to run along the spine and feel for any like hard edges in the spine. When you find a hard edge, just take your breath there and use it to soften that place. The legs are working. Maybe start to straighten the legs a little more if that works for you. And then maybe if that's something that you need today, you pedal the legs slowly. It's like you're walking each heel out to bring a little bit more flow of energy through the pelvis. If that's an area where your spot is, maybe that works. Take one more feeling breath in there. Feel a little bit lighter as you lift up. And then lower the knees down and come to stand at the top of the mat. Feet together or apart. You do what works here. And use these suns to move the energy we've started to open through the whole of the body. As you inhale, the arms come skyward. Exhale to fold. The right leg goes back for lunge. That's an inhale, the arms lift. Plank. Knees go down as you lower on the exhale. Cobra is an inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left foot for lunge, inhale. Step forward, fold, exhale. Rise all the way up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Fold, exhale. Left leg for lunge, inhale. Plank. Lower as you exhale. Low cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right foot lunge, inhale. Forward fold. Let go as you exhale. Rise on the inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Right leg lunge, inhale. Plank. Lower on exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot for lunge, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Come on up, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Arms reach, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Right foot for lunge, inhale. Plank, lower as you exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Right foot lunge, inhale. Step forward, fold as you exhale. Rise all the way up on an inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. Inhale, arms reach. Forward fold, exhale, let the head go. Take a halfway lift, inhale. The chin stays tucked. Step both feet to plank as you exhale and lower all the way. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Step the left foot forward for warrior two legs. Come up as you breathe in. If you need to modify this, put the back knee down and turn the back shin back like so. Otherwise, the back leg is straight. Kite hawk. Take the arms out so the thumbs are upward facing and have a very gentle bend in the elbows. Remember with kite hawk, like we're not jamming the joints, like this is a bird. So sense into that, the movement of a way that a bird would fly through the sky rather than a robot flying through the sky. So as you inhale, just chest lifts, really organically the thumbs roll back. And then as you exhale, the back spreads as the thumbs roll in. And inhale, the arms, chest open, thumbs roll back. And exhale, the thumbs roll in and the upper back spreads. And then keep going, like feel as though there's an external force moving your arms so that the movement becomes less mechanical. And feel like your arms as it moves through the air, like feel the air on the skin. And then from there, release, bring the left forearm to the left thigh and take the right arm diagonal to the left for chest opener. You have a slight bend in the right elbow. Take an inhale. Keep everything still, especially the ribs. And just move the right arm back as you exhale. So the idea is we want to feel the upper right side of the chest. Everything else is pretty relaxed. Feel for an overall sense of let go through your joints, particularly your jaw joint. Release. Plant the palms, step to plank and lower as you need. So knees up or down. Into cobra or up dog, that's a breath in. Feel that the legs are working. And then downward facing dog as you breathe out. Step the right foot forward for warrior two legs. This time for shoulder shrugs, let the arms relax. So remember the shoulder shrugs are just massaging out the area at the back of the heart. Give yourself a massage like how you would like to receive, rather than trying to get something out of your body. A deep breath into the back of the heart. Hold the breath, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Take the shoulders back and squeeze. And as you exhale, just drag the shoulders down, really easy. Again, deep breath into the mid-back. Just let the shoulders draw back as you breathe out. Again, inhale into the mid and upper back. Try and get the bottom tips of the shoulders to touch. Keep the ribs drawn in. Relax again, breath into the upper back. Hold the breath, lift the shoulders up to the ears, take them back, squeeze, and as you exhale, drag down. It's just easy, easy. Inhale into the mid back. Squeeze mid shoulder blades, squeeze and drag. You feel like there's blood moving at the back of the heart. And then last breath in. Little bend of the elbows, squeeze as you exhale, drag. And then bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Take the left arm diagonal to the right for chest opener. Same as before, just keep the ribs still. Take an inhale, have a really little bend in the left elbow, and then just move the left arm back. So you're only feeling the upper left side of the chest. Everything else is relaxed. Feel as you press through the front heel, how that activates the whole of the right thigh bone. And then soften the jaw. Release. Press only to downward facing dog. Pause here to check in with your area. Just notice if it's still the same spot or if there's another area in your body that now needs more awareness. Just feeling what's changing. Step the left foot forward, warrior one. Now you can do this with the back knee down if it's a less intense day for you today. You can also do it with the back heel lifted and the back knee bent. I'm going to do it with the back foot down. Warrior one back bend. The thumbs are in the lower back. Elbows squeeze back to the midline. As you inhale, the chest starts to lift. And as you exhale, the thumbs lengthen the lower back down. So remember, these movements are not big global movements. They're tiny micro movements in the body. And the more micro we become, the closer we move inward. The more subtly we start to feel like we miss these tiny little bits of tension because we're so focused on the big stuff. You just get that sense like the area between your shoulder blades is actually relaxing. And then release the right hand to the floor and pick the back heel up. You can also do this with the back knee down. Easy twisting warrior, the left arm comes straight up. So again, we're just using this pause to twist into the area that we're focused on personally. And that might mean putting the back knee down that gets you somewhere closer to your spot. Sometimes for me, if my legs are really tired and they're working super hard, I can't reach the area I'm trying to get to because I'm so focused on keeping my legs working that I can't get to my spot. Choose wisely. Release. Step back to plank. Come forward as you inhale and then lower down your way as you exhale. Come all the way down and set your arms in cactus arms. Forehead is on the floor. You can have your toes tucked here or tops of the feet flat. But remember, keep your legs really working. Shoulder shrugs. As you inhale, lift the chest, the arms, the head. Keep the chin tucked, and as you exhale, squeeze the shoulders, the shoulder blades, and the bottom tips as you exhale. So again, inhale, take the arms out. So they're still in cactus, but the elbows bent. Chin is tucked as you exhale, squeeze shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades, squeeze the elbows in. Do one more, inhale. Exhale, squeeze shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades, squeeze the elbows in. Release, lower down, and press to down dog as you exhale. Warrior one back bend. Inhale, step the right foot forward. So remember, the back knee can be down, the back heel can be lifted, or the back heel can be flat. We place the thumbs in the lower back. Elbows slightly into the midline, and then again, as you inhale, feel the chest lift. It's only a couple of inches. Exhale, the thumbs lengthen the lower back down. So you just feel it's like when the spine can lengthen naturally, something happens to the internal organs where there's a letting go. What we want to do is create enough space internally so that the tension that needs to go has got room to actually move. And then release for easy twisting warrior. So again, the back leg can be up or down. Right arm reaches skyward, but choose the option that helps you feel your area mostly. For me, it's not in my legs. So the less I feel in my legs, the more I feel in my body, particularly from the pelvis to the crown of the head. So again, as you inhale, draw length through your spine, get really long, and then twist into your area as you breathe out. So that twisting action just stops the flow of blood for a moment. So when we release, fresh blood can go there. Again, the neck is relaxed. Release. Press to down dog only. Inhale, walk your hands to your feet. Fold forward as you exhale. Roll all the way up on an inhale. And then set up for chest opener on the wall as you exhale. So we're in a warrior one position. The left knee is bent. And the left arm comes to the wall. So the left knee is closest to the wall. It's about a forearm distance away. Left elbow can be bent or straight. Left arm can go higher or not up the wall, you choose. And then bring your right hand to the upper left side of your chest. Take an inhale, lift the chest up. As you exhale, press the left palm into the wall and just pull the tissues of the chest down towards the navel. So like you're stretching the upper left side of the chest tissues down as you keep pressing the palm into the wall. So you hopefully feel, particularly around the upper left side of the chest, there's an opening. Breathe into the opening that you're creating there. Take another feeling breath in, lift your heart higher. And then as you exhale, slide the left arm down the wall. Come up to standing and change sides. Take the right foot forward. The right hand comes back this time, maybe a little higher than the shoulder. Again, just feel what you've got available. And this time the left hand is on the upper right side of the chest. The right hand presses into the wall as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, just use your left hand to draw the tissues, like the chest muscles, down away from the shoulder and towards the navel. So you're helping the tissues of the upper right side of the chest lengthen. Palm presses into the wall for a little bit extra. And then again, you want to feel like the chest is lifting. Slowly slide your right hand down the wall and take a hold of your strap. We'll go back to the other side. So you've got your left hip actually this time on the wall. And your left shoulder is on the wall. The strap is on your foot. So the idea with this is we start to lever the left leg back and the heart moves forward. The elbows reach straight up towards the ceiling. And rather than it being a forward fold like that, keep your gaze straight forward. Keep sending the elbows and armpits skyward. Feel for length through the whole of the front of the body. And then stay very steady with your breath. Slowly release. Change sides so that the right hip is on the wall, right shoulder on the wall. Both arms come over the head again.
And again, we want to keep the gaze and the chest moving forward, the leg moving back. Feeling really honestly into the areas that feel restricted. That might be the armpit, it might be the upper back, maybe the lower back. And stay for 3 more breaths, breathing very intentionally into your area. Keep sending the heart forward, keep sending the leg back. That's it. When you've done your 3 breaths, very slowly release, very slowly. Come down onto your back. Take your right ankle across your left thigh. Bring the knee in towards the chest, either with your hands around your shin or your left thigh. The right toes flex back. The chin is tucked. Take an inhale as you press ankle into the thigh, just to open the right hip joint. And then you might do a little rock from side to side for a couple of breaths there until you eventually come to stillness. Holding the pause. To feel the spine rest easy on the earth. Let your whole internal organ system relax. And from there, release. Place both feet flat and change sides. Take the left leg over the right. Bring the knee in. Grab the shin or the thigh. The ankle and the thigh press. Again, maybe a little rock from side to side. And slight press against the ankle and the thigh. Just create some opening in the hip joint. And then release. Bring both knees into the chest, take them over to the left as you exhale. Just feel for the release there through the spine. And then back through the midline on the inhale and over to the right as you exhale. Same. Let the shoulders relax. And then bring everything back to center. You might need to watch this first, but you've got your knees up and your arms up like so. And you're just going to do, it's called, well, I don't know what it's called, but it feels good. You're just literally shaking your hands and your feet as fast as you can, like feeling for shifting any residual energy out through the body. So your ankles, your wrists are relaxed, you're flicking your arms and your legs. Just keep going for a few more breaths. If there's anything else remaining internally, if you can let it move.
And then release. Extend your legs forward. Take your arms to the side. And move your body into final rest. Shoulders and the lower back lengthen. The chin tucks so the neck is long. Feel how the body feels lighter now. Something's let go. Invite your breath in. Bring your awareness to your area. Maybe place your hands there. Take a few breaths into that space in your body. Feel what's changed. Transition to one side slowly. When you're ready, make your way to a seat. Bring your hands to rest at your heart. Deep breath in together. Exhale out through the mouth. We bow together in gratitude for all of these teachings. We say namaste.